Folks, we've got some great guests in the studio today. They're going to talk to us about some amazing events that are coming up right here in the city of Monticello that you're going to definitely want to attend. We're going to start with a friend of the program, Amanda Laudell. Welcome back to the show.
It's good to be here.
It's always great to have you in. I know you've got your finger on the pulse of everything happening in the city right now. And there's a super huge event coming up that I think everybody's excited about. And it's called Spring on the Square.
Yes.
Can you just give us a little rundown about what people can expect?
Absolutely. So Spring on the Square is Friday, May 15th from 5 to 8. Of course, you're going to have vendors and food trucks, just a great community atmosphere. And then Trent Harmon he won American Idol back in 2016.
Nice.
He will be here performing. He'll start performing at 6:30. So from 6:30 to 8 is when he will perform.
Awesome. You know, most people know who Trent is. They saw him on American Idol. It's great to have an act coming in to our town to perform. And you know, Spring on the Square, it's hosted right there on our square, our beautiful downtown area, where everybody can come, gather. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be people with booths set up selling crafts. There's going to be a lot of community participation. There'll be local businesses that are set up that are helping sponsor this and be a part of this. The food trucks. Everybody loves the good food.
Right.
And you're going to have a whole food truck alley kind of set up, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, right in front of the mural.
The mural, yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be food trucks all down there. You can walk and get you something good to eat. Enjoy the square. Watch some Trent Harmon performance. Now, it's happening Friday the 15th. What time are we getting started?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, and it's going to go to around 8 o'clock. So 3 hours. Come on in, put that on your agenda. You definitely want to be there. The city's been doing the Spring on the Square. Is this the second or third year?
Well, since I'm a little new, I know it's at least third.
But every year it just gets bigger and better.
Yes.
You know, the last event on the square was the Home for the Holidays around Christmas time, and it was such a great atmosphere with the Christmas tree lighting and everything. And this promises to give the same type of effect and same type of atmosphere where our citizens can gather together and really enjoy being out on our square in spring, enjoying the weather, enjoying the good times.
Absolutely. And there's the lineup of food trucks and vendors. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know it is. I think you told me there's like 30 food trucks or something.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of good things going on. And of course, that's on Friday. And then the next day, here to tell us about a great event that's happening here right in our town is my friend John Carter. Welcome to the show, John.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man. I'm excited to hear about this fishing tournament.
Yeah, what a great time to be a Monticellonian.
We love our lake.
Absolutely.
And it's coming back to where we want it to be. And it's active out there. You go out there to the lake, you see boats, you see people fishing, you see families back out there enjoying it. And what y'all have put together is going to be something that it's a first annual. Am I correct on that?
Absolutely, yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So this, like you said, it's the first annual Monticello Big Bass fishing tournament. And instead of doing a 5-fish style tournament, we decided to do a big fish tournament. It puts less stress on the fish.
Wow.
There'll be hourly weigh-ins. So at the end of each hour, if there's a fish in your live well that you think could beat out the fish that's already been weighed in, and you come weigh it in, those fish are returned to Game and Fish. Our local biologist will be out. They'll take the fish and they'll place them back in the lake at random places. So that's one really good thing that's going on. And then there's going to be an hourly payout, so the big fish of the hour gets paid for that. So
for people like me who aren't tournament fishermen and maybe haven't been in that atmosphere before, what you're saying is something a little bit different. Because when I think of tournaments, I think of folks going out fishing for several hours,
yes,
and then coming in having one weigh-in
yes,
with all the fish you caught, and whoever has the most poundage worth of fish wins. But you're saying that the boats are going to be coming in every hour.
Yeah, we've got a local radio station that's going to be on the site, and they're going to be reporting live. So you can have your radio going throughout the day, and you can listen. Just say the 8 o'clock hour, if it's 7:50 and there's a 3.98 and you've got a 6-pounder, it's probably a good idea to head on in because you've got 10 minutes to get that fish weighed in.
Wow,
And
okay.
you could win the hourly prize. And then the big fish for the day wins the overall, the big pot at the end. And
So the whole tournament, what, starts at daylight? Or?
it's safe light. We'll be out there really early. There's a lot of planning and preparation. Amanda's got to see a lot of that. She is the workhorse behind the scenes. It's been really helping get everything spearheaded, and Monticello's never allowed tournaments on the lake.
Okay, I
And
didn't know that.
So as you remember back in the day, we used to drive by the hotels and there'd be boats from Florida. There'd be license plates from all over the United States, people coming here fishing. It was such a destination, and we're looking to bring that back. Monticello's a big fish lake, and we styled the tournament off of what they have out in Texas, like at Lake Fork or Sam Rayburn or something like that. They have the big fish hourly payouts, and then the big fish of the overall day, and it just promotes big fish. We have a great strand of bass that the biologists have put in the lake that they grow big and they grow fast.
I know I've heard a lot of people talking, a lot of buzz about being able to go out there and catch some good-sized bass.
Yes.
So that's what you want out of a large bass lake, and you want attention, and you want to bring people in.
Yes.
And having that type of tournament, this type of tournament, is going to help our city and bring some commerce in, bring some tourism in.
Absolutely.
And let everybody have a good time on the lake. Yeah. Now, what time's the final weigh-in going to be?
It's going to be at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, so this is a deal that it won't take the whole day. It starts at safe light, like you say, and it's done by 2 o'clock, and it's accomplished what it wanted to accomplish. And this is the first annual, so this is something that people can look forward to year after year.
Yeah, absolutely. We could have done it earlier in the year, but the spawning of the bass goes on, late, the middle of March to April, and we wanted them to get through that transition. We wanted our bass to spawn out, and
well, what you said earlier, sound like you've been working closely with the Arkansas Game and Fish and their biologists, and they're going to be out there making sure that the fish are returned to the water if they're not part of the final weigh-in or whatever, and everything's going to be run properly. So I'm glad to hear that. Now,
let me add this in there. Not only there'll be an 80% payout, but 20% will go to the Call of Southeast Arkansas.
Awesome! I saw that on the flyer.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a slogan talking about that. I can't remember
Casting for a call.
Casting for a call. So not only is it helping our community by bringing in anglers and bringing in tourism, but it's also helping our local nonprofits work toward their goal.
There will also be a few food trucks out there.
And some food trucks as well. Sounds like it's a great planned event. Now, is the deadline to enter already over, or can people still enter this fishing tournament?
No, people are more than welcome to go on. A form was created. You can go to the...
if you go to Explore Monticello Facebook page, you can find the form, or if you need to email exploremonticello@gmail.com.
Explore Monticello Facebook page or exploremonticello@gmail.com, and you can enter this tournament. What's the entry fee on that, John?
So it's $100 per person.
Okay.
And that gets you entered for the hourly and the big bass payouts throughout the day.
Do you have to have 2 people per boat, or one person per boat? It doesn't matter.
You can have up to 3 in a boat.
Up to 3 in a boat. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's all great information. Definitely looking forward to it. Huge weekend. The 15th and the 16th. It's happening in Monticello. Now, we're talking about it right here, and I hope everybody's watching this video and getting their information here. But there's a brand new way to get information on the city of Monticello and the activities that are going on, as well as a whole lot of more special things we can do with, and it's called the new app. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the city of Monticello decided that an app might be, a way to put all the information in one location. There's a community calendar. There's the contact us phone numbers for just about anything you would need. There's a staff directory. You can pay your water bill. You can rent the pavilions.
This is a free app that you can download from the App Store for Android or Apple products. And basically it just gives you everything about the city, the facilities, the staff, directory, paying your bills. You can even sign up for push notifications.
Yes.
Where it can,
Yes.
if there's a street closure or a water outage or anything like that, it will let you know, so you know exactly what's going on all the time in your city. So you just need to go to the App Store, look
Yes.
up City of Monticello.
It's City of Monticello AR.
AR.
Yes, and make sure to turn on the push notifications if you want to stay in the know.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Go to your App Store, download that to your device, and you can keep up with everything going on in the City of Monticello. Well, we appreciate y'all coming in today, and we are excited about what's coming
Yes.
up. Keep driving our city forward. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure we'll have you back on again to talk about the next great event.
Absolutely.
We'll be back. Hello and welcome to another edition of Monticello Minute Unscripted. I'm your host, Keith Wallace, and as always, we're filming in the Advanced Printing Studios right off the square in beautiful downtown Monticello. We've got a special guest back, a friend of the program. She's back to talk to us about what's going on at our public library. Welcome back to the show, Shannon Rodriguez.
Thank you, Keith.
Now, Shannon, we've had you in here before, and we've talked about some of the many things that the library offers. Last time we were talking about the paint nights that y'all have. We talked about the genealogy room where people could go and research their family history.
Sure.
So many things going on at the library all the time, in addition to the thousands of books that are there to be checked out, and DVDs to watch, outside equipment to rent. Just there's all kind of stuff. If you haven't visited the library, go visit the library. But today we're actually geared up to talk about some of the programs that y'all have going into our summer, because summertime, the schools are out.
Right.
The kids are feral. They're going out everywhere. They're trying to find stuff to do. And I've already had several parents I see looking for something for their kids to do, you know, for activities. And
Sure.
everybody loves a good learning activity, and the library excels at that. So today, if you would, just going to kind of let you go through some of the programs and offers that the library is going to have this summer.
This summer. I would love to. So the first one I want to talk about is the biggest. That's our summer reading program. This summer, the theme is called Unearth a Story. So although we typically, we have a few books on the shelf, this summer, the summer reading program is going to concentrate on writing and creative writing. And who better to do that with than a dinosaur? So we're starting with the paleontology. We'll do that for 2 weeks. Then we move into archaeology for a couple of weeks, and then geology for a couple of weeks.
I've never met a kid or a child that wasn't fascinated with dinosaurs.
Right.
I'm still fascinated with dinosaurs.
they're
I'm a
pretty
long
awesome.
ways from a child. So that's a great way to get kids interested.
Sure. Yeah, we've got different programs set up that will be going over fossils and how they're made. We're trying to, as we love to do at Monticello, kind of blow it out with the decorations. So when you first walk in, you're being presented with the layers of strata.
I like it.
Okay, then we're going to have I keep wanting to call him a pterodactyl, but that's not,
Not the technical dinosaur name.
no, it's a different name.
But it's
Anyway,
a flying dinosaur.
flying dinosaur. He's going to be in the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling. And large dinosaurs, you can get your picture taken. We're having
Wow.
a tent set up in the library where we have a mummy and King Tut's tomb. We've had a lot of fun making all this stuff, so y'all have to come by
You
and
and your
look
staff
at
put all this stuff together and made it.
yes,
that's amazing.
out of styrofoam and cardboard boxes. It's
and
amazing.
when kids walk in and they see that giant dinosaur hanging from
Yeah.
the ceiling, they're going to get excited.
it's gonna be
And they're going to
awesome.
want to have their picture taken with the mummy
Yes.
next to the table. So
Yeah.
all these are great ideas for reasons to bring your child to the
Yes.
library this summer.
And the program itself, this year we shifted. Typically, we were on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the week. Felt like we were losing some of the school-age children due to their outside activities and possibly just living out of town and the parents working.
Of course.
So
yeah.
we've shifted it to a 2-hour event on Saturdays.
Okay.
That will begin on June 13th.
Okay.
We're going 6 Saturdays in a row, skipping the July 4th weekend. But we have several programmers lined up from UAM, from archaeology, from geology. We've got state park people.
Wow.
We've got the group called the Kinders. They do a really large, explosive, like musical presentation for children. They're going to be at the kickoff on the 13th, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sound like you've coordinated with a lot of different organizations to make this a huge event and something really special for our community and our kids.
Yeah, for the kiddos. It's got to be for the kids.
Well, and you know, when you first started talking and you talked about a little shift into a creative writing, that really touched a nerve with me, I guess, because I'm a little bit worried, I'm a little bit scared of our kids losing their push to be creative in their writing.
Yes.
Because with the AI stuff now, the chat GPTs and all that, there's outlets that write for you and almost create for you. And I want to see our children still be encouraged to create on their own.
On their own.
And to write on their own. And sound like this program reinforces that.
This is what our focus is this year. We have a book club that's through the library. This year we moved, what we were focusing on was young adult, trying to get that group involved in the library. This year what we've done is we've gone through all genres, so it's juvenile, young adult, adult fiction, nonfiction, all several different ones to kind of see which one gains the most interest. What I've realized, we did Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, an old one, very old, but adults are loving it, and it's a juvenile book. It's classified as a juvenile book. The adults love it because what we're not realizing is the language that's used in a classic. That's not the same, like it's almost like a text language,
course, yeah.
You know, texting, you get the shorter words and the simpler, concise, I guess, thoughts. Where in the former classics, it was more elaborate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I believe that story was a turn of the century type story way back in the early 1900s.
Right.
So there was obviously going to be a different style and different type of literature involved. And that's, you know, that brings a history aspect into it.
It does.
So much you can do with books and learning, and I'm so excited that the library is putting this on. You know, our library, branch library out here is such a great gift to have in our community, and I know everybody appreciates it and appreciate the work y'all do.
Well, I appreciate it.
Let's walk through some of the other things that you've got going on out there that maybe people aren't familiar with.
So yeah, the main thing that we would just love is for people to come and visit the library. Okay, if you want to read, that's okay too. We still let you do that there. But you can also just come by, get used to the space and see the items that we have, things that are available for you to do in the library. You can put together puzzles. Over in the children's section, they have a learning computer over there. We have a community puzzle table. You can play board games at the back end of the library by the screened-in porch.
Yeah, the screened-in porch. If you just want to sit in the screened-in porch and enjoy the morning, you could do that.
You can people watch.
And I believe I've been there, so there's also a little bit of a courtyard area out there where you can sit.
Yeah, the little garden.
Yeah, the garden
area.
It's
a nice area. Some of the things we're doing, we've got Spice of the Month Club, the Seed Library. It's an old card catalog purchased by our Friends of the Library group, and half of the seeds in there are donated from Drew Farm.
Drew Farm Supply. Yeah, our local farmers cooperative. I think it's been in business for over 75 years.
Yeah,
and
they're
getting
awesome.
to see them work with the library to work to help with that. That's awesome.
And then we have Brittany, who has started Brittany's Bright Little Learners. That's a pre-K science event that is once a month. And then she does Brittany's STEAM team for the school-age children that's also once a month. Of course, we have our story walk. If you go around it 9 times, you have 2 miles. We have a story time for pre-K once a month, and just kind of giving you a perspective of who we work really closely with. Save the Children, and they donate a lot of brand new items that we are then able to donate. We're doing a back to school program. I want to come back if you'll let me.
Of course, we're always happy to have you on.
A back to school program towards late August, early September.
Gotcha.
We've been given coats and shoes and back to school bags for the children. So that'll be.
And it's a short program, and Shannon, you're covering as much as you can. But I can't stress enough how just stop by the library. Just drop in there. If Shannon's there, if one of her, say Brittany's there, or one of the other staff, just say, hey, what's going on up here? And there's so much literature, and there's so much they can talk to you about that you can bring your kids in and enjoy. The library is not just a place where people shush you. It's a place where you can go and expand your mind, create, relax. Enjoy. There's just so many different things available right here at our Monticello branch library. Obviously, I think everybody probably knows where it's at, but just in case they don't, what's the address out there?
The actual physical address is 114 West Jefferson.
114 West Jefferson. Right there, easy to find. You leave the square, you head north, you'll run right into it.
Right.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful little campus area there. When you pull up to it, you're fixing to be in for a treat. So we appreciate you coming. We appreciate you talking about just a few of the things that the library has going.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward to visiting with you again in another episode.
Yes.
We'll be right back. We're excited here at Monticello Minute Unscripted to have our sponsors, Monticello Chevrolet GMC, Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union, and The Woods, a Nightingale community. We thank them for their support and for making this broadcast possible.